I don't know if you can see it, but because of my fucking minimap, I really like how they've done the whole player thing, like when they move and shit. This is what I like. I like this. I think this is cool.
In the middle, right? That 2-3-4, but they switch it up. They want to play Hacienda HardPoint map number 1. This
it is. It's really cool. All right, chat.
I mean, on a year, like right around 50-50. It's been one they've been trying to improve.
Okay, let's see how they're playing this P1. All right, chat. I know we cheated yesterday. We did Hacienda yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before. But if you guys can remember, from a flow and a game plan perspective, how are we trying to play P1? Let me know. Let me know if you guys actually pay attention. This is repetition. This is how we get it to stick. What do we want to do from a flow perspective, from a game plan perspective, for Hacienda P1? Let me know. Yeah, okay. What is my favorite quote? What is the quote that I say the fucking most? That you will see every single good team do. I do. No. But specifically for Hassi P1, you got to do what on one side and then what on the other side. So good. So not BRB. Trust the. Yes, Apollo knows. See, yeah, good shit. Yeah, hard on one side, soft on the other. So let's look at a micro perspective. How they're playing. Look at Kyler. Oh, I didn't think I was here for that. Take top control. For the first wave, take hard control. Yes. How you doing, Billie Jean? Look at how they're playing. You see that? When you play hard on one side, it doesn't necessarily mean, or you're not necessarily worried about where you're spawning them for the first 30 seconds. You're just doing what you can in the kills and then adapting in the moment. So when he spawns out like this, he's going to come, okay, they're both sides, and then they'll play the halls and you let the game come to you. In situations, so the key to P1 here, chat, is controlling the square. This is the same concept for Hacienda control. When you control the square, and if you visualize it, this is what I mean by the square. So let's get into it. Think about if you're Faze, if you're OpTic in this situation and you control the square, think about the routes that they have to take. All these like choke points, they have to get in the square. And when you have control of the square, it gives you the best percentage chance or the highest percentage chance of like at least trading or getting kills. And based on where your teammates are spawning, you can adapt from the information you're getting, right? So that's why for the first 40 seconds, so there's 40 seconds left, just do what you can to play your kills, trust the flow, play the trades, and then you can adapt in the moment. In this case, yeah, sure, they played hard on one side and soft on the other, but then him spawning out tells you, right, there's someone on this side of the map, and also there's someone here. So there's at least 2 pieces of information you guys are going to gather based on where you're spawning. This is a concept of adapting. Let the game come to you. So look at how they play in this situation. Good job from Faze. Now let's see how Faze, 30 seconds left. Let's see how they punish teams.
They lose a couple of players early, but now they'll be firmly in control.
Nice.
Continues to try to patrol top halls. Draza just
okay. I like this from Faze. What are Faze doing really well here? With 20, so from this point on, what are Faze doing really well? What are they doing really well? And from a micro perspective, why is it done really well? Like, look at this. What is Abizi doing really well? What is number 1 doing really well? What is 4 doing really well? And then what is 2 doing really well? From a system perspective. From a macro perspective, what are they doing really well? Yeah, good. So right here, chat, this is a concept where you let the game come to you. When you let the game come to you, it's on OpTic, who have to then set up a play. They have to clear things. They have to use anticipation and take their time to clear the common spots or the obvious spots based on the wave before, based on information that they're gathering. And FaZe are doing a really good job of controlling the hybrid spots in order to give themselves the best chance of getting information early, giving themselves the best chance of playing a guarantee, and then the best chance of then reacting off the information. Simp is using his free life really well. He has the ability, you saw him from a micro perspective, push up here, get that information, and then come back to clear his bad timings right here.
Up the time and the hard point as we'll get to early lead change here. Faze will take control and try to hold spawns. Taking a route will be number 5 and Hoop. We'll see what kind of success he's going to be able to find.
Well, you have two players push on through, right? You have to hunt down shots inside of Secret.
So, right here.
Hoop, but Hoop does spawn with them. That's a be Mercury.
What do you think I really like from OpTic's perspective? So, OpTic end up sort of semi-salvaging the situation. What do you think I really like about what OpTic have done here? And then give me a reason why. So like, let's watch this. I don't know if you can see it on the screen. So right here. Yeah, very good, very good. So right here, chat. OpTic have come off spawn. They spawn in tin. They know, okay, that someone's around this side of the map. Obviously, they had the information prior. That Simp was here. But look at 5, the first guy off spawn. He's the one taking the route. And this perfectly exemplifies why, when it comes to breaking a hill, it's always the first guy's job taking the long route. It's either he takes the long route or you don't take it at all. Because right here is a perfect example of his timings being perfect and his timings being open. Because Faze are not picking it up as fast as they should be, or they don't recognize it, or for whatever the reason may be, by the first guy taking the longest route gives him the best opportunity to get through and take that timing, and then you see the rest of his teammates are taking complementary routes to hit time. This is a complementary route to 7. 7's taking a complementary route to 8, so they're all in positions where they can at least activate off the fights, and then he's in a position where he's going to try and flip, and then pinch and react off that information right here.
Take control and try to hold spawns. Taking a route will be number 5 and Hoop. We'll see what kind of success he's going to be.
But very good job from Faze. Very good job from Abizi right here to salvage the situation. So there's a reason why Abizi kills this guy and doesn't force time, because they're in a disadvantageous situation. They're in initially a 4 versus 2. So if he then plays time, he's in a situation where, okay, he's just basically a sitting duck from either 6, or like, let's say hypothetically he plays time here, 6 is just going to kill him from bottom secret, right? So when you're in a disadvantageous situation, you need to make sure you're holding progression. Progression meaning you're playing kills first of all for the guy who's blocking, and you're holding progression in a sense where your teammates can then use it to then reflip. So like you see it here. So they get 3 down. Look at him holding progression. He's taking his time with his teammates to do it. Exactly, L2. So right here is about understanding in the moment, okay, we're in a 4 versus 2. My priority is not time. My priority is kills. My priority is kills because we're in a disadvantageous situation. When you are in a disadvantageous situation, your job is to minimize the advantage that the team has. Mitigate it, right? So right here, the way you do that is you don't force time. You play for your kills, and then you play for progression. You play for some sort of map control in order for the rest of your teammates to then help you with that. If this was ranked, guys, if this was, let's say, platinum ranked, I've seen it in diamond ranked, I've seen it in crimson ranked, Abizi would get the kill here, make it a 2 versus 2, but then there's only, 15 seconds left. You're trying to play for new. At 15 seconds, your mindset should be, right, okay, we've spawned out, which means someone's got through somewhere, right? And then we're trying to play to get kills and rotation for new to then spawn them as deep as possible on the rotation to P2, right? If Abizi plays time, and if you're in diamond, you get the kills and you force time, well, you're giving information to OpTic like, okay, Abizi's back on time, we have nothing to worry about. And you saw in this situation, Shotzi's bottom secret, he's going to play to trade him for free. And then when Abe gets traded, FaZe have 0 map control, and they're going to be spawning out probably like here, based on his positioning. If he spawns 10, we'll get parallels to him, right? So my biggest advice for you guys in ranked, when you get to Iridescent, when you want to play for your top 250s, is understand the situation you're in. Understand when it's time for you to play hill. If your teammates have good hybrid positions, understand the macro. So right here, 15 seconds, you play ahead. And then understand when you need to play kills versus when you need to play hill. Right there, Abizi is showing you a really good situation of playing kills versus playing hill to then set up the ability to play ahead. He then takes his time, waits for his teammates, and now they're in a 3 versus 2. They just got to clear the obvious spots. They got to just use anticipation. You're in this situation now, chat, where you're in lobby. You're just, because you're using process of elimination, you're trying to figure out exactly where they could be, because number 5 and number 7 could be anywhere. So what you're trying to do is you're just trying to clear as many obvious spots as you can until you get specific info, and you're just basically doing like that.
In all of his corners.
It's like right here, he doesn't know where 5 is, but they're trying to trade.
Efficient trades out of Faze, but not going to be ready for 2.
Really good job from OpTic though.
And there you go. So players sneak down through. Well, the green wall going to clean 4 dead as P2 pops.
Yeah,
okay.
Faze want to be in a situation they kind of read the spawns. You can see they were wondering where people were a bit. It's a split that comes
Look
in.
at this. Look at how far pushed OpTic are.
By OpTic, but just I guess a little more chaotic than Faze probably wanted it.
Well, I think it's just one of those things where, yeah, you think one sneaks through, but not one that is going to spawn on.
This was, I have genuinely, this might have been the first time where I have seen a team play out this far on both sides, like in an actual practical sense. Actually, no, I lied. Yeah, actually, no. Yesterday, Faze, when we watched Faze, they were like this, and then Abe repinched based on where the pressure's coming from. I think what Brandon is doing here is fine because he's using his free life. I think where it gets kind of sketchy, in my opinion, is I know Ant has Shotzi has an SMG here, which I get. But at least I think the problem is if you die here or you die here, because this guy's pushed out and this guy's pushed out and then potentially this guy is on that side of the hill. If this guy dies, then there's a chance it could spawn behind. But then there's also a chance where if this guy dies, and he's not in a position to block both because of how far pushed up this guy is going to get, then as you see, they'll spawn well. This is such a high risk, but like a high reward kind of a play. It was good, Quinn. But also, it's also a very sticky situation because he's using his free life, but he needs to use his free life fast in order to make this guy useful. Because right here, he's not watching anything. He's not, from an optimal perspective or like an efficiency perspective, you're not really making Mason like useful here, right? So that's why I think if Brandon can play to die as fast as he can and get that specific info, even if he gets one, and he plays like a safety net position, then it can work.
You can see they were wondering where people were.
That free life is just whoever is dead first up front, and once they read, yeah, exactly, pretty much. So he has the free life. It's either or. It's either he can use his free life or he uses free life. You can use it either side. So right here, he's doing a really good job, right? So so it would have been fine if Brandon is still here, right? He's got one. Brandon's done. Dashy's done his job. He's gone 1 for 1. So Dashy's done a really good job here. So he would have had his free life if Shotzi didn't give up well, or at least played like a safety net position to let Dashy do whatever the hell he wants to buy time, and then Mason is here watching this to help in either direction. It could have worked, but like you see the double-edged sword when you push up too far is then if Dashy died first, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have spawned here. They would have spawned here, right? If Dashy died first, based on the skull timing and whatever, they would have spawned bottom fire. But because he got the first kill, and it's kind of the fact that he got the first kill is almost like a detriment, to be honest, to the situation. They then, because he's pushed up so far, and then this guy's dying, leaving the well spawn open, while they're also blocking the back, it kind of... Exactly, Scapoon, exactly. It's reliant on basically everybody winning their ones because they're essentially playing hard on both sides. General rule of thumb for this game that I found, and I see from the top teams, is if you're pushed up hard on one side, hard meaning past the 50 yard, you are so far up, you got to play at least passive or safety net or buy time on the other side. So right here, even if Shotzi plays this position, I don't mind him from a micro perspective. He just plays his guarantee. He doesn't move. And then let Mason continue to keep watching this, and then 7 can play a position where he watches his own front. Oh, sorry, Hugh has an SMG, so that's the difficult thing. to be honest with you, Hugh has an SMG. It's hard for him just to play info with an SMG, to be honest. And then Seven can just continue to watch front, but it's just a sticky situation.
Those things where, yeah, you think one sneaks through, but not one that is going to spawn on it.
And then when you spawn here, this is telling you, right, I've spawned here for a reason, therefore somebody is going to be on this side of the map, basically.
So they think they have to quickly trade, but here we go.
Which is what he should be reading.
Such a good breaking team, and they just punch them in.
Okay, I want to see how FaZe broke. Oh, well, they spawned through well. Okay. That is such a big kill. That is such a big kill in order to win this hill. Wow. Honestly, really good play. Like, the fact that Draws killed Hugh here is... I think OpTic are actually in a good position right here. They're in a salvageable position. If Hugh kills Draws, they're now in a 3 versus 3. Shotzi is going to pick up, like, because he spawns here for a reason, he's going to pick up his, like, bad timings from, like, Abizi here. Maybe even if 2 pushes him, he's going to pick it up. And then now they're in a position where they can, like, at least try and help each other. I'm pretty sure then they're still going to be spawning out here, though. Yeah. Okay. This is the no map progression spawn right here. So when you get this spawn, you know, right, I spawn on top of a teammate, I spawn close to the hill. In either case, right, they have no map control. Which means you have the timings to then get space, push up the map, and predict where they're going to be. I like this. This is good. What are FaZe doing really well here, chat? What are FaZe doing really well here? Based on the wave that they had. What do you think FaZe are doing fantastic? They've got... So, yeah, good. That was the answer I'm looking for. So, yeah. There's 2 things that they're doing really well, right? Is when you get a clean wave, we now understand, okay, you have the ability to use your free life, bump, refill, block, but then also you're letting the game come to you. So we understand that. Hey, what's good, Dre? How you doing, brother? Now, when you this is HardPoint in a nutshell, right? This has been HardPoint in for the past 4 or 5 years, for the end of time, right? So this is what you want to do. Is when you get a clean wave, that is your team putting yourself in the optimal or the most advantageous position you have. With HardPoint, it's when you are given advantageous situations, how do you punish teams? And when you are in a disadvantageous situation, how do you minimize the punishment? How do you mitigate the punishment? That's essentially HardPoint in a nutshell, okay? In a nutshell, high level. Now, right here, when you have a full wave, a clean wave, that is your opportunity to maximize the ability you punish teams. Because you know exactly where they're going to be spawning when you get a clean wave. When you know exactly where they're spawning, you know what timings they have based on where they've spawned. You understand the timings it takes for a particular player to take a particular route, right? That doesn't change. When you get a clean wave, you also have the ability to track names, so you know who's coming off first, what weapon they have. When you know who's coming up first, what weapon they have, you have a general prediction of where they could go based on that, right? Appreciate you, brother. Take it easy, yeah? And then also from a timing perspective, you then also understand, okay, relative to the time left on the clock, I mean, you can't see it on my screen, but like there's 21 seconds left. Relative to the time on the clock, you can then predict what they would potentially do, right? At 20 seconds left, there's a low chance of them doing this, simply because there isn't enough time on the clock. So you use process of elimination in combination of anticipation based off where they're spawning to then figure out what they're doing to then help each other. Now, the way you maximize advantageous situations from a micro perspective is this is what we call a setup, right? We understand, you guys already know what a setup basically is. It's what positions do you want to play to watch certain lanes based on your predictions of where they're going to be. But the reason why setups are so good is you can funnel teams. You can funnel teams and play hybrid positions. So these are what we call hybrid positions, where you can set up either a team shot or you can set up a crossfire. That is how you maximize the advantage on the next wave. A clean wave gives you the ability to maximize your advantage of the next subsequent wave. And the best teams know after a clean wave how to punish you. And that's why you'll get certain hills, and you'll see a clip of it later, where, for example, Toronto on Vault P2 have 50 seconds from one wave. Because then now you know exactly where they're going to be. You put yourself in certain positions to force teamwork, to force team shots. So right here, what I like from FaZe's perspective is he has a crossfire here. He has a crossfire here. So they're in positions to help each other. Them two are taking fights together. So after you get that first kill, so the whole point of a setup is you're maximizing your ability to get the first kill of the next wave, of the next team fight, right? In order to then get a 4v3 to then take fights together. That is essentially the whole idea of it. And then right here, look at the positions they're playing. Let the game come to you. You've got crossfires. You can stun, nade, funnel, which gives you the highest percentage chance of getting that first kill of the next wave to then give yourself the ability to win the next wave. But then you're also in positions where, based on the pressure, you can help either side because of flow, because of where you need to be. And then also you're in a position where if you get kills, you run forward and you spawn them behind you here relative to his spawn. It's a long-winded explanation, but you get the idea of where I'm coming from. That's the whole purpose of a setup, and that's how you maximize the advantage of having a setup. Setups aren't just, hey, what's good, Pulse? Thank you so much for the tier 1, brother. Welcome back for 2 months. So chat, when you guys are playing in ranked, the whole point of a setup is not you just sit at the back of the fucking map, right? The whole point of a setup is if you get a clean wave, and this is for how you guys can increase your KDs and all that sort of stuff, right? Is understand, okay, we've got a clean 4 dead on a hill. Where do I think they're going to spawn? And what position can I get to before they even can fight me? Thank you, Chris, for the prime. Holy shit, my first ever hype train. Wow. Nah, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. Welcome to the doctrine. Thank you so much, brother. So then right here, chat, when you're diamond, gold, plat, whatever it may be, is understand, okay, we've made kills. Relative to my position, which number am I? What position can I play? And how can I be responsible for that lane to then let the game come to me, get the kill, and then go from there. Thank you so much, L2, for the gifted. Holy shit, you fucking hoss. Love you, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mag Boys. Appreciate it. Thank you, Coping, for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Thank you so much. Welcome, 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 welcome. You're all in time for class here. So, if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down, right? This is how you can translate everything that you're learning from these pro players into what you do in ranked. Understand, okay, if this is me in diamond, look at the position I'm playing. I know where they're spawning. At least I'm going to pick up a lane because I'm predicting where they're coming from with 21 seconds left, and then I can do something with that to then... Holy shit, Swag with the 5 fucking gifted. My fucking G. Thank you so much, brother. Means a lot. Means a lot, my boy. Holy fuck. Thank you so much, guys. Genuinely means a lot. Absolute fucking W's in the chat. But I need you guys to then recognize, okay, new location. I'm back in Dallas. I'm in my apartment in Dallas. What was I saying? Yeah. So when you guys are playing your ranked, be like, okay, we've got a clean wave. We don't have to go Superman. Yeah, she's a snake, by the way. The fact that she's not already a sub is actually fucking crazy, by the way. Actually fucking crazy. You know what I mean? I'm putting the FPL on the map, and she's not even a subscriber. But yeah, so understand how to get in these good positions. And then, once you get the kill, then understand where the pressure's coming from, and then you can play fast. Then you can play with speed. Like the women's scene up? Exactly, yeah. And even though OpTic look like they've won the trade battles, FaZe is still soaking time because of it. Okay, chat. What do you notice about the way OpTic are playing? What do you notice about the way OpTic have played this rotation to P3? What's your ideal late rotate to P3 from P2 scrap? I will explain that after. But right here, there's slight differences on the way teams play their P3 rotations, and it's entirely dependent on the kills or the progression that you have. So if you guys remember the last phase locker room that I did, so Phased or the BZ breakdown, Phase played a very tight setup, and the difference between this situation versus the Phase situation is look at the wave prior to P3 popping, right chat? So understand in the moment when you guys are playing ranked, there's 7 or 8 seconds left. Look at your minimap and say, right, do I have teammates or do I have kills pushed up on this side of the map? Okay, so right here, this is the first lane you want to pick up, and this is the first lane you want to pick up because that's the quickest route possible to the new. That's a QRP to the new, so if you let enemies get through, they can use it to chain you, spawn you behind, and then have the ability to trade towards time, okay? But right here, chat, if this is the first lane you want to pick up and you understand, right, I've made kills, you can play a high line position to establish map control and space before P3 pops. And then once you've made kills, then this guy can come back and get time, right? So the difference here, chat, between the way FaZe played it against, I can't remember who they played the other day when I did the locker room, is when you have kills or when you have progression, you want to use it. Right here, OpTic have kills and they have progression, so you can use it to keep Ravens. Yeah, Ravens. So you can keep a high line. That's why they don't give it up. Well, he does because he's going to play to block. But that's why he doesn't go all the way back. He's not going all the way back. When you have space, when you have progression, look at your minimap, understand the situation you're in. Once you pick up the most important lanes first, based on that, you can then pick up or play positions that have a high line. Because then if you die, and this hill pops, you're going to spawn close anyway. And it gives you specific information of where people are on the rotation, if you guys are understanding what I mean. 6, isn't it? 6, this was, I questioned this. I understood why he did it. But my god, this is like kind of scary. It's kind of scary because now you're playing super loose and you're like, sometimes. So I really, to be honest, in hindsight, I actually fuck with the play. The only issue I have is when you're in positions where you're not locking down the map. So like right here, chat. Look at what number 1's doing. Look, so they're playing it together. Oh yeah, so I can answer your question as well, right? This timing's open. There's timings open to just like sort of just bang out, I guess. I guess you're making him useful to try and watch his own well. But in reality now, there's like timings open based on this positioning. Maybe if Kyler plays like, I don't know, it's nitpicky as hell. Maybe the only thing that I can say is if Brandon plays a more aggressive position to allow 5 to do what he's doing and 6 to do what he wants, he can then, once kills are being made, he can then just turn around. If that makes sense, they can just turn around. That would be sort of like where I would slightly change this if you're gonna then activate Shotzi to then pinch and do something off the info, because I don't really mind this pinch because they're not gonna expect it, and you get the kill and you win the wave. It's just then what can he do to then help this guy? Which he ends up kind of doing anyway. I just want him to play a bit more, I guess, aggressive. Big kill from Simp. This is big. Nice. Which basically ends up happening anyway. They end up spawning back garden in that sense, but I think it could have been a lot more controlled and you minimize bad timings in that case. Okay. Look at how they're playing it. Wow, big two-piece.
A massive multi-kill
Wow.
followed up with one for Mercules, 9 and 3 and 7.
I like the way they play in this. Look at the way they take their fights.
Texas with just under 20 seconds remaining here on the hard point, and you still have Faze spawning out deep at old. Shotzi's again trying to
Good. Okay, let me see the rotation from Faze. 20 seconds. First guy's playing new. He's calling it out.
20 seconds remaining here on the hard point, and you still have Faze spawning out deep at old. Shotzi's again trying to
Nice. Good plays from Faze here. Really, really good rotation from Faze. Let's see how OpTic play this. So they know they're going to be spawning fences. They know the timings. They know the routes. Oh, I like this. Okay, I really like this from... I did initially like this from Faze. Hold on. Yeah.
Normally where they get themselves back into the game. Well, the first couple of kills going to go their way.
So, actually, Sweg, coming back to your original point, is how do you want to play P2s to P3s when you have scrap? So, I really like the way Vancouver play it. They do this every single time. Is what you want to do is you want to make sure you're bumping out front. You're double bumping out front. One guy scrap and one guy playing for scammers cat. So this guy, which is normally going to be like the last guy, he's playing for scammers. He's playing literally for his hard one. He's taking his time. He's going to clear cat. He's going to clear this. And he's just waiting for a scam. And the way Vancouver play it is they will hive mind and ape through this every single time without fail. That is like their game plan. And baiting the action happening through... Yes. So what they try and do is if they're going to give you a scam here, they'll play for it. If there's nothing here, they'll play to clear or 2v1 someone here. Or like in office, or like in plat, or like cat. They're trying to clear this. And if there's, say, like 10 seconds left and you make these kills, you're going to spawn in behind. Or at the very least well in this situation based on parallels, whatever, right? And then this guy... Because the pressure's coming from here, the guy who's refilling cat, usually, or the guy that's refilling closed, or the guy that's refilling plat, is going to turn around because that's where the pressure's coming from, and it opens up a timing for this guy to bang, and what they do is they play to control plat. Remember, guys, plat, when you guys are playing in your ranked, plat is the most important progression spot and the most important hybrid spot on Hacienda P3. Because regardless of where you get them spawning, you can help and springboard in every direction. And so what Vancouver do fantastically is they'll play for plat while they have cat, and based on where you're spawning, they will play from that side. Like, alright, bet, we'll keep you cut. Or we spawn back here, for whatever reason, bet, we'll get you cut and refill. So that's how you want to play it. Now, I want to see how FaZe played this P4 rotation and see what you guys can take away. So look how early they've rotated. Look at Simp rotating early. I think it's Simp.
You're up in the game. You're relying on your teammates to carry you for now. You know shots will get it going at some point.
That's a big kill right there. Actually, Dashy would have been darn close to a Hellstorm, and a Hellstorm...
Okay. So chat. What do you think I like about the way OpTic are playing? And how can you apply that in ranked? Is one challenge old there a good play? Yes, because it denies the guy pinching. Especially if you already have new and you're the last guy, your job is to basically deny the repinch. Deny the repinch and you don't have to worry about it. You keep them one way, basically. So, chat, right here. What do you think is good about what OpTic do, and how can you apply this to when you play ranked? What's good, boss? Who've got winning EWC, LAT, or OpTic? One of the two. Hey, what's good, Franvius? I'm good, my boy. I'm good. How are you? Appreciate you asking. So he guaranteed row, and they went yes. So if they didn't guarantee new, then he's not going to be playing for old. He's going to be refilling in more often than not, right? But because they've guaranteed new, you're the last guy. Your job is to deny like the guy pinching. You can play for him, and then you can repinch yourself. So chat, my newer viewers, Pulse, Saro, Franvius, L2. What do you think I like about what OpTic are doing in this situation, and how can you apply it to the next time you play with your 4-stack? Let's say you guys are playing ranked with your 4-stack. What do you think I like about this? Okay. Okay. Staying close together. What else? What do we call this? And then what I want you to do, overwhelming one side, good. And what I want you guys to do is now from a micro, okay, from hive mind, good, good. Now let's look at it from a micro perspective. Let's look at it like you're actually loading in, and you're doing this. What is good about what this guy's doing? What is good about what these two do? If you guys remember the aBeZy playthrough, what is good about this guy, and how does it help this guy, and what should these guys do? From a micro, this is me playing in the moment perspective. What is good? Okay, good, right? But that's how. What is OpTic doing in order to allow Shotzi to do that? Good, soggy sausage, good. That's the answer I want to see. Good coping, yes. Yes, so what they're doing is this is how you utilize your ARs. This is how you... We talk about roles being fluid, but this is one of the situations where you put your right weapons in the right positions in order to make it efficient and advantageous for everyone involved. So right here, chat, if you guys are playing ranked, I have seen this a million times, is you will have SMGs play this Lambo and chal outer. Well, the idea is good, but the execution is not, because the weapon that you have in the moment is not suitable for the job, right? ARs need hybrid spots and watch from far. Yes. So what he's doing is Dashi is in a position, Mercules is in a position with his assault rifle where he's opening up the lane for his SMGs to take close routes. Remember, for you guys who watch the Play Like an aBeZy stream, you want your SMGs to be able to take SMG routes or SMG positions in order to start slide cancelling cameras, utilize the shotgun that they have. In order for OpTic to do so, they need their assault rifle player to play in an AR position to open up the map for these two to do something. This is how you set your teams up, and this is how you then utilize the advantage of the weapon you have. Okay? This is what I find very frustrating in ranked, is we don't need to be a 4-stack to understand if you're an assault rifle, you want to, regardless of the flow, right? Regardless if Merc is the first guy, if you are all here, I want you to watch an outer lane so your SMGs can do this. Now, when you trust the flow, are situations when you're trading, when it's like a 4 versus 3, 4 versus 2, then I don't care that Merc's on the heady, I want Merc to be flying. The reason why this is different is because you're initiating the play. We're initiating the break. Now, I want my AR to be in an AR spot to give me the best chance to initiate this break. Then once kills are going down, I want him to run forward with me, to trade with me. And if he's the first guy, then I want him sliding, right? So when you guys are playing ranked, I want you guys to understand the difference between, especially assault and SMGs, of when you need to play your AR spots or when you need to play your SMG spots versus when you need to trust the flow and just bang and hit stuff together. You could do it any way you want, soggy sausage. The reason why I like this is because they're doing something together. But when you watch Faze will do 3-man middle and 1 guy Lambos. So truthfully, I really don't care what you do, to be honest. It's just whatever you do, you need to make sure you're putting yourself in the best advantage in the first place, and then trusting the flow. So if you're Faze, when we watched it, Faze, they send 2 people doing this, and then they'll have a aBeZy doing this, or an SMG doing this, and an AR watching outer. But then once kills are going down, right? Once kills are going down, the SMG is here, And the AR's getting off the head glitch to Chow because now it's a 4 versus 3 or 3 versus 2, and then that's now when we're banging. And then these two are baiting and switching. So these two slide first, like this, while a BZ's here and an AR's here. And then they hit. So you could do, to be honest, Copin, you could do both ways. It works both ways. In order to make it work, though, is slightly calls for slightly different, like a slight different like variation in the moment. Like what you need to do in the moment is slightly different, if that makes sense. You could do both. You never really want to be honest, in hardpoint, you never really want to be set stubborn on one way of playing. You need to be able to adapt. So this is your game plan. Don't get me wrong, but you need to also learn how to do it a different way if the situation calls for it. Like right here, the situation they call, okay, let's 3-man hit front. All right, bet. This is how we're going to set each other up. Because then even if they 3-manned mid, the concept is still the same. For whatever reason, let's say OpTic 3-man mid, and they have the last guy doing this, right? Well, the AR is still going to be watching a lane for their SMGs to bang, and then he's going to late hit like this, right? So COD is situational, but you also get a lot of like linear situations. And what's good, Alibi? You get a lot of linear situations, meaning if you get 4 down, teams will play the same way on how to get out because that situation doesn't change. Yeah, agreed. To an extent. Agreed. That's why game plan is important. That's why flow is important. That's why understanding what lanes you want to fill first is important because they're the foundations for your game plan. For you guys in ranked as an example, but then you'll have situations where you need to adapt.
That P4 to be so crucial. Not gonna earn that.
Exactly. And this is what I call a linear situation, Soggy. Meaning, I have seen OpTic do this like so many times. Is if they get 4 deaded or like 3 deaded, and they know FaZe have new, they don't have the timings, you know, whatever. They will do this as part of their game plan. That is their game plan. Because this is a linear situation. Meaning you can do this against any team. Because it's a situation you can find yourself in, repeatable situation you can find yourself in, right? So this is where you can set up the same shit. Linear situation when things... No, linear meaning repeatable situations. Skyline P2. If a team has a full P2 rotation on Skyline and you get wiped and you spawn in a certain place, teams will do the same shit. 3-man kitchen, 1 guy P1, bait and switch, they'll set up the same break, this guy watches this, 2 people sliding. Like, that is the same. That is game plan. That is a linear situation. That is repetitive. You know, you get wiped, you'll do the same shit. Because that is like optimal to your situation. That is giving yourself the best situation possible. And OpTic do this quite often, to be honest with you.
Normally where they get themselves back into the game. Well, the first couple of
Good trades. Yeah, they are so good on P4. So good on P4. And look at how FaZe are taking team challenges. If FaZe know exactly where you are, they will take the team challenges. Look at how they take their fights. Look at that. See, chat. Okay, so for you guys who watched the Abizi breakdown, I said something specific about how you want to play P4, right? So if you know exactly where they're spawning because they've pushed out mid, you know exactly where they're spawning, you know the timings. This is what we call suffocating a team, right? This is a kill box. When it comes to P4, and I want you guys to do this in ranked, when it comes to taking Charles off P4, there's a right way of doing it. No, there's a optimal way of doing it. Can you guys remember what that was? For any of you viewers who are here, can you remember what the optimal way for P4 is on both sides when you know where they're coming from? How do you want to take the team fights first? If any of you guys can remember. If any of you guys can remember. So, That's not the answer I'm looking for, Coping. You don't. It's not necessarily forcing them to hit inner. Yeah, what's good, Nick? So you're not necessarily forcing them to hit inner, but from a flow perspective, like what do we want to challenge first? What do we want to challenge first, and why do we want to challenge it first? And I'll give you a hint. Let me give you a hint. What is Dashi looking at? No. Nope. What is Dashi looking at? What is Dashi looking at here? Right. So, yes. So Dashi is looking at his outer chal, right? And Dashi can also look at his outer chal from here, from here. There's so many situations and so many positions where an AR is going to be watching outer chal. So, what happens if Draz is challenging outer first? No, so I want to look at it from Faze's perspective, Dunners. We're talking about when you have control of the hill. So, when you have control of the hill, let's say you chal outer first, what happens? Let's say you're Draz in this situation, what happens? What's going to happen? Let's say you're in ranked. Info. No, but we already know. We already have the info because we know exactly where they're spawning, right? But what happens if you chal outer first? Why is that bad? Dashi is going to rip you. What's good, Archie? Dashi is he is peeling your shit. This is, Jack's good answer. This is a scam. If Draz is taking this chal first, he's scamming. And you can scam from here. You can scam from here. From here. There's so many positions where people are always ironing outer. Right? Dashi's ironing you. So this is how I want you guys to start thinking in ranked. What lanes are people going to pick up first when it comes to breaking? So what you want to do is you want to force inner chals. You want to force these chals. Think about it. So put yourself in Dashi's shoes, right? So Dashi is kind of in a bad situation. Why is Dashi in a bad situation here? Why is Dashi in a fucked situation here? Think of it from a micro perspective. Why is Dashi in a fucked situation here? Why? Think about his positioning. Think about what weapon. Yes, Dunners. Yes. So Dashi has an assault rifle. He is not in a good position with the gun he has, right? If he fights an SMG, there's a good chance he's gonna lose. Okay? Exactly. So, good answer. When you take inner chals first, you are forcing them to look at it. You are forcing this guy to look at it, these guys to look at it. Like, they're less likely because one person is going to be watching this more often than not. So, it gives you the ability to camera people and use your SMG to take these fights. So, when you take inner chals, it opens up the timing to take an outer chal. If you take the outer chal last and you die, if he held a tighter angle, could he be preventing? But the thing is, if you take a tighter angle, they just need to OE and kill you anyway. Like, the way you chal inner is you're gonna be challing. You're not shitting yourself. You're gonna be challing. Like, you're gonna be taking aggressive chals. You're pre-firing this. You're pre-firing this. Like, even if he takes a tighter chal, yes, Soggy, yes. Even if you take a tighter chal, first of all, you ain't killing this guy playing the rock. Second of all, you're less likely to kill this guy, right, if he's positioned here. And you're not helping inner chals. That's one less person from the trades. That's one less person in the team fights. So then theoretically, if you take a tighter chal, right, on outer, sure, you've got outer, perfect. But this guy's in a 2 versus 1, getting team shot. You know what I'm saying? But then if you take the outer chal after, no, so Dunners, they think about this, so you're right, but you think about this in scrims. Like these are things we think about in scrims that we then use repetition for, to then do, like, to then in the moment develop that muscle memory, and we're not thinking about it. This is what flow is. This is flow. This is an element of flow. Understanding without thinking about it what lanes you want to chal in the moment from a game plan perspective, because you actively think about it when you do VOD and scrims, but then in the moment, because you're so well rehearsed, you don't think about it. You just do, right? And then Draz is going to take that chow because then Dashi's like tweaking about inner, or this guy's tweaking about inner, and then that's how you set each other up. And if he keeps ironing outer and kills Draz, well, these guys are going to have a free two-piece. Look at that. Look how annoying this is, right? Look at him watching inner. Look at him. He's still watching outer, right? But his teammates are dead. Now he's in a 1 versus 2. So this is how you use flow and understanding based on the hill, based on where they're spawning, what lanes you want to pick up, and how you want to take the fights. And now Draz can slide cancel center on this guy and rip his dome. You know what I mean? Look how annoying this is. Look how annoying this is, and this all stems from flow.
I think the key for OpTic was the P3 offenses, right? Because I think FaZe, you start on the bad side, you split P2, you take that all day, you had a bit of a good lead.
Okay, let's see how they play this P1.
For OpTic, and then really the response are at P4, but
Wow, that was a huge pickup. All right, chat.
start on the bad side. The key for OpTic was the P3
So
offenses.
let's look at this.
I think FaZe, you start on the bad side.
So you're basically saying just baiting them to hit your inner so you can fry them from outer. You're not necessarily baiting them inner. You're taking the child's inner. You're taking the child's inner in the hope that they turn their aims looking at you so you can have a free timing outer. That's why. Yeah, that's their best. Realistically, that's their best chance is force the child's inner and then hopefully try and get a scam. That is the hope.
You split P2.
That is the hope. That is the dream.
Good lead. It's the P3 for OpTic, and
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
and really the response.
This was such a good pickup, by the way. This was such a big pickup. But I want to know why they picked it up. Oh, so he gets info on 6, and then he's calling it out to 1.
The key for OpTic was the P3 offenses, right? Because I think FaZe, you start on the bad side, you split P2.
Wow.
You take that all day, you had a bit of
Okay.
It's the P3 for OpTic, and then really the response are at P.
Two things. Number one, this is what we call trust. Look at the trust that number 1 and number 2 had in this guy in trying to pick this guy up. So he got the info early that Shotzi was here. They're then using anticipation to predict what lanes he could hit, and obviously from the timings. Look at how number 1, well, this number 1, clears his timings here, then says, right, I don't see him. I'm then going to predict Shotzi is going to take a route in order to at least try and flip us. Yes, this was really good from FaZe. This is teamwork and trust. He's like, I don't see him cat. Therefore, I think I'm going to check the well route. Yes, they used process of elimination right here and anticipation, and they had trust. They had trust in each other. It's just unfortunate that Hook and Dashi like ended up killing them too. So look how he's playing it. Wow. And then obviously when you spawn here, this is telling you, right, yo, somebody's on this side of the map here. All right, let's see how they play this P1. Okay, let's see how OpTic play this P1. Big pinch. Good pickup from Shotzi here. Wow. Okay. This was a decent P1 from Texas, but so they know Simp is here. Yeah. Honestly, really good play from Simp here. He baits out the timings, so he hides in the corner, baits out the timings, so then Shotzi's like, right, I don't see him. He's either jumped down or he's gone secret, and he's gone to clear a secret. Yeah, honestly, really good play. Let's see how OpTic are playing this. 20 seconds left.
Unfortunately, got broken pretty quickly. Everybody spawning on rock side and
Yep.
streaming across for OpTic Texas. The information should be here in a second for FaZe, but are they going to be able to deal with this?
All right, chat. What do you think I like about this situation? So I want you to put yourself. Do you not think a BZ blacked out there? Wait, what situation? Like here?
Broken pretty quickly. Everybody spawning on rock side and streaming across for OpTic
Yeah,
Texas.
potentially.
The information-
Potentially, yes.
Last time you were able to slip through if you're OpTic Texas, you're able to get set up early. Unfortunately, got broken.
It's like right here, no map aggression spawn. You spawn on a teammate when the hill is white, if it's safe enough to do so. Did 5 and 7 spawn out? Because FaZe had hill control and we're past the 50.
You really have to focus on the spawns.
Yeah, 2 of them pushed past the 50.
Last time you were able to for a stretch there
Yeah,
for OpTic Texas.
and then there's like hard block spots as well. This is like a hard block spot here. The game will not spawn you here unless it's like a weighted spawn system. Like the game doesn't want to spawn you. It wants to find the safest spawn possible. So like right here, you get into lobby, it will block these spawns here. And then if these are open, then it's like, right, I'm going to spawn you one of these. And then it can get weird.
Left, you really have to focus on the spawns.
Right, so like right here.
Able to slip through if you're OpTic Texas, you're able to get set up early. Unfortunately, got broken pretty.
So like right here, they should know, okay, they're not looking for anyone. Like you get this spawn here, you spawn on top of a teammate, especially when time is white. You know it's a no map progression spawn, or the time is white, like you're not looking for anyone, right?
Quickly,
But what do you guys think that I really like that Texas have done here?
everybody spawning on rock
Yeah,
side.
yeah, 100%, 100%. Like right here.
For now, with 20 seconds left, you really have to focus on the spawns. Last
And then because he was counter blocking, it forces parallels. Like if you get in this area, so like top and bottom, the game doesn't like that, okay? But anyway, in this situation, I want you to put yourself in Dash's shoes. What is the time on the clock? What does your spawn mean? From a macro perspective, what do you need to do? Aping the QRP, knowing nobody's picking up. Good, but why? Why? So right here, why? So put yourself in Dash's shoes. Put yourself in ranked, like you're playing ranked here. What is the time on the clock? First of all. So based on the time on the clock, what do you need to do? Rotate. So we're playing for new. We're trying to play for new. Okay? This is fine. Now, put yourself in Dash's shoes. Good. Okay, okay. So what does his spawn mean? First of all, what does his spawn mean? Explain to me what his spawn means right here. What does it mean? When you spawn here. Good. Good. So there's some element of pressure here. At least one around this area. Okay? So 18 seconds left. You know there's one person around here. And what does... Not only... So yeah, they're both sides. Yes, Chaos. They're going to be both sides, right? They're going to be both sides. So you know this. Basically like this, right? Okay. Good. Yes, relatively clear. Good. Good. Okay. Now, from a flow perspective, what is Dashi? From a flow perspective, what is Dashi here? What is he? From a flow perspective. First in line. There we go. So what is his job? It's his job or opportunity to set up the long route, to then set up the next wave right here. So let's look at it.
able to slip through if you're OpTic Texas, you're able
And then now, what do you think I like about this?
to broken pretty quickly. Everybody spawning on rock side.
Good. Yes, Dunners. Good. What do you think I like about this? What is, from a fundamental perspective, what is this? What is this you see here?
The information should be here in a
There's two things.
second for FaZe, but are they going to be able to deal with this?
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 versus 2.
So, teamwork, yes. Okay, 3-1. Good. Good answer. 3-1. Right? So, they do a 3-1. And a 3-1, I love 3-1s. On this game, I love 3-1s. Hive mind. They're using their numbers to do something together. At the end of the day, in these are what we call situationals, right? In these situationals, if you trust your flow, and you do something together and you take the same fights, you give yourself the best chance of winning. Now look at how they trust the flow here. What do you notice about Dashi from a micro perspective, chat? So put yourself in Dashi's shoes. He's the main AR for the team. He's the slowest player on this team. But what is Dashi doing here?
Everybody spawning out rock side and streaming across 4 OpTic Texas. The information should be
What is Dashi doing here, chat? From a micro perspective, right here.
second for Faze.
Not free life chaos. Not free life here. He is first in line. Right here, chat, when you guys are in ranked, when you're in your 4 stack, your 3 stack, wherever it may be, these are the situations where if you're the first in line, and this is a situational, like this is a situational, you just gotta go. Because what this does is it sets up the rest of your teammates. And notice Merc. Notice Merc, right? What is Merc doing? Merc is here. What is he doing? This is credit to Dashi right here. Yeah, maybe Dashi on previous cards would have sat still and held an iron, right? But then it fucks over this guy and it fucks over this guy. But the way you have to give credit for Dashi improving his play, and I never thought this. I thought he was last year, the year before. I thought he was still fine personally, right? But like, even just to give him more credit, look at him sliding. He's the one who's setting up this guy and setting up this guy. No. He's playing first, and this guy's ironing. This guy's pre-aiming for him to run forward and him to run forward, right? And look how it sets up each other. Merc is dead. Merc is dead, right? But Cell is one shot. And now Dashi's in a position where he's going to trade. And you do this fast. When you do this fast, you then... Exactly. 2 people front. He might have died. Merc might have died. But it sets up this guy to trade out the most important kill. It works both ways. Chris, it works both ways. This is a good death. So, Cell could have played for Dashi first. Cell could have played like here and tried to kill Dashi. Dashi would have got him one shot. Then it would have been a trade for Hugh and it would have been a trade for Merc. It works both ways. That's why flow is so important. Because you're inadvertently, unintentionally, not unintentionally, but like, you're inadvertently in a position where either scenario is giving you the ability to trade, go 1 for 1, the most important kill, you're doing it together, but like somebody is setting up the rest of his teammates. He's not front baiting. Sometimes, guys, the difference I see from pro players and you guys in ranked, in Crimson, in Iridescent, and it pisses me off, is we could be in the exact same situation in ranked. The exact same situation in ranked. Exact same. But then I will see people with an AR be like, yo, I'm an AR player, go slide for me. Like to a sub who's behind here. But what happens when you do that is you're not trusting the flow. You're not trusting the flow, which means you're not trusting the timing and you're not doing it at speed. Which then, because you're waiting for this guy to run forward, you're giving Cell the ability to play a power position and shoot you like fish in a barrel. And then they're like, no, I'm an AR player. I shouldn't be sliding for you. But these are the situations where regardless of your weapon, you need to set your team up to do something. And Dashi right here is setting his team up with his teammate behind him ironing to set up a play. This is why Ernie, I have so much love and respect for Ernie as a player and as obviously as a person, but as a player because he is so good at understanding when do I need to play AR positions versus when do I need to set my team up, right? This is what the best AR players do, is they understand when they need to set their team up and when Mercury's in this position, when they need to iron up. You're ironing, so Mercury's here is third in line, ironing for his SMG and the first guy in line to do something. So look at this shit. And that's how you break. Look at it again. You see that?
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 versus 2. Both teams should spawn out here, and that's gonna be the case. But Dashi is the difference maker.
Wow.
They win like a 2-on-3.
Wow.
Again, you had the numbers here
That's fine.
Easy. He's gonna find the first pressure here for FaZe.
Chauncey, maybe starting to
Wow.
warm up a bit, starting to win some gunfights. Too straight for him, looking for the
Wow, okay.
with the pistol, and now he is a
Yeah, he shouldn't have.
out to 20. Triple hitting.
Okay.
Goes up easy. He's gonna find the first
So right here,
FaZe.
I like this. I like this.
Maybe starting to warm up.
Let the game come to them.
Gunfights. Too straight for him, looking for the triple.
Taking pistol. Charles is feeling it.
Now he is alive. Lead out to 20.
Okay, let's see how they play this here.
Still healthy. Chunk of time here. 35 seconds remaining, and a pinch opportunity now for Atlanta FaZe. A good chance to get in.
Good. I mean, really good salvage from FaZe. Really good salvage.
FaZe get blessed. Draza gets a split spawn there. OpTic are thinking they're all spawning towards the back, or at least fences. Draza spawns.
And sometimes it happens.
Gets the first one. But I think again you lose.
Right, let's see how OpTic play this rotation.
Not a great break, but you're going to split this time. Can they do?
Okay, chat. Question for you guys if you've been paying attention. What are OpTic doing on this rotation to P3? Why are they doing this on the rotations to P3? And what are the similarities or differences from the first P3 rotation? Think about it. Think about it. Let me see if you guys have been paying attention. Actually, let's do it. Let's break it down. What are they picking up first? Chat, we'll do a question at a time. What are they picking up first? What are they picking up first, though? What do you see here? What did you see from this boy here?
Draza spawns out rock. He gets the first one. But I think again you lose rotation. If you are OpTic, you had a great break.
Okay.
But you're going to split this time. Can they do what they did last?
Okay, chat. What do you see here? Mid routes. Okay. What is the first thing, Archie, though, they're picking up first? What is that? Sorry. What is the first thing that they're picking up? Shifting right, cutting off well. Good. Okay. Why? Why are they doing that? Give me now. Question number 2 is why. Why are they doing that? What is the reason? Why could they not just leave it and be like, huh? Making them work for it. But why though, Coping? Why do you want to make them work for it? Why? It's going to give OpTic more free time on the hill, giving them space, because that's where the pressure is going to be. It's the fastest way. Good answer, Scapoon. That's the answer that Scapoon gave is the answer I was looking for. That is technically the easiest route for FaZe and the hardest route for OpTic to pick up relative to their spawn. So you want to deny FaZe's QRP to the hill so they don't chain it, so they don't have progressions to chain. Very good, right? But then, chat, last question is explain to me what similarities they had from the first P3 to this P3 and why. What are the similarities from this P3 and the last P3? It's the quickest route, but also there's 9 seconds, so if they block well, kill the spawn. They will spawn deep statue anyway. Regardless, they will spawn deep statue because of where 5 is. They are pushed up because they got initial kills and they had progression. So this is the differences between playing a high line on rotation versus playing to give up the entire map. They had the kills and they had the timings to continue to keep the map pushed out. So look at 5 here. I say look at 5. Look at 2 5s. They're doing exactly what I said that they should have done the first P3 on this P3. This is what I said they should have done because it denies any weird timings. Chat, call me fucking Nostradamus right now. Call me Nostradamus. Call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. They're doing what I said they should have, and this is pro players in a nutshell. Right here.
Talked about starting to turn around as this guy.
And what the biggest separation has been like 20 or so points. Like no one's been able to find any.
You see the differences? You see the similarities and the differences between the first P3 versus the second P3? Is now they're in positions where they can deny any weird timings. react off the information based on the hybrid spots that they have and the pressure that they have. And once they make kills, you can either block or you can keep them there. They're doing the same shit again. Shotzi's now not re-pinching this. He's playing tighter. Now they're playing their hybrid spots. But now they're going to spawn here. Boom. But it's fine. Thank you for the tier 1, brother. Means a lot. And now... Yes. So they took longer routes to break. Good. Good, good, good. So it gets kind of sketch because I'm not really... They lose their gunfights here, right? So it gets kind of sketch. It would be a lot more cleaner if this coaching means a lot. Coach, appreciate you, brother. I mean, if he wins his one and then he's pushing through like this, it'd be alright. It'd be a lot cleaner. But you see how they still have control of P3, but like good job from FaZe taking these routes in order to make it difficult. And when you guys are playing ranked, you need to play for this. I'm preaching till the day I die. When you guys are in ranked, I don't give a fuck what rank you are. On P3s, we need to play for plat control. Because plat control gives you the ability to springboard either lanes on both sides. This is such a powerful hybrid spot. And I need you guys to play for this. And now they can hit routes if they need to, bang time. I'm not... Yeah, I mean... The stretch res is insane. Now, I'm surprised about this. Because I would have assumed he would have done this to then play ahead, cut the spawners, and trusted his teammates to do this. I'm a bit surprised that they either didn't ape out number 7 immediately, or at least bump out, like Simp is, not Simp, it'll be a BZ, bumping out to cut these guys and spawn them slightly deeper. Bit surprised there. Because now, look at what I don't like about this. Yeah, but, so, chat. What do I not like about what FaZe have just done here? Are you seeing this, chat? So what do you think I don't like about what FaZe have just done here? I like the intention, but why do you think I don't like the execution? Yeah. Right, so here's a tip here, chat. Let's think about, this is a situation where we have the flow. Because we're trading, right? We have the conveyor belt, right? The hive mind, not necessarily. I like the answer, which is valid, but that's not what I'm talking about here. Look at plat. Look at plat, right? Chat, look at plat. Look at plat here. What do you think I don't like about this? Right here. Think about it. Keep studying the minimap. Look at number 2 and look at number 1. Now, think about it from a flow perspective. What do you think I don't like about this? From a flow perspective. Think about it from a flow perspective, and then think about it from a timing perspective. So, I don't think this is number 2's fault. I also don't think this is number 2's responsibility. Now, whose responsibility do you think it should have been? Right here, chat. Look at the minimap. Whose responsibility in this moment should it have been? It should have been MC's, right? Why should it have been MC's? Why? He's first in line because of what? What does that allow him to do? What does it allow him to do in this situation? They're in a basically a 2 versus 1, and they've killed 3 of them. But why should it have been this guy doing it? Like, simply put, why? He's got the timing to do it. He's got the timing to do it, to get the space. Now, this is the point I'm trying to make here, chat. If MC does this and Abizi's doing this, then Draz is in a situation to help time. But instead, what happens? What do we call this, chat? What do I call this? When we don't do what this is meant to be, when he's doing his job. What is it called? What do I say? What do I say when we don't do that? We're not trusting the flow. And what happens when you don't trust the flow? You fuck over your teammate. And now Draz doesn't have the timing to do that. Now you could argue, okay, if Draz does want to pinch, maybe he just waits for that wave because he doesn't have the timing. But it shouldn't have been his responsibility in the first place, in my opinion. I get what MC is trying to do. He's trying to like cut them before they get to time. But in reality, you could have done it from here. In fact, it would have been better doing it from here. And then let Draz refill here. Which I'm very surprised because FaZe are unreal usually at this. But I want to highlight to you guys for when you play ranked, right? When you guys are playing ranked, it's important to trust the flow. So you're not fucking your teammates over. And when you don't fuck your teammates over, from a timing perspective, then you get more wins, more kills, more time, that sort of stuff. So I want you to really take away that aspect when you play ranked. It all adds up.
Wins his one-on-one over towards Arches as well. So far, so good. Now approaching what has been our biggest advantage, up 20.
And again, just another chance where you had a break opportunity if you were FaZe, but
Wow, okay.
Shotzi wins his one-on-one over towards Arches.
So now, what do you think is the difference between what you see now? What do you see now? Now this guy. Yes, it is. Absolutely is plausible. Yeah, absolutely. He could say, yo, go cut spawners MC. Yeah. But then right here, chat. Now, why is this good? Why is this good? So how is Cell... Now, Cell makes up for it. Right? Now, why is MC doing this really, really good? Now, look at the differences here, chat. Now, Cell is the first guy in the line playing for that timing and then repinching it and while they refill through time. Because now he's the first guy doing it. And now he'll play his kill. He'll play for any timings. And if he doesn't realize, okay, nobody's here, then he's hitting it. So this is, MC's done a very good job here of repinching it. But that's what he should have done the wave before. So look at how good he's playing it. To deny any timings. Just in case 6 is banging through. Right, so he's playing to deny it first in his head, his internal timings. He's like, right, Shotzi's here. I'm going to check for it. After a couple seconds, I don't see him. He must be doing something else. Then he's banging. This is good. This is good from Cell. And now, do you see what I'm saying, chat? Is if he was here, you spawn him slightly deeper, which forces him to take particular routes, which buys you more time, which gives you a free life, which then you do it all over again, chat. This shit is clockwork. And this is really good from MC. There you go. There you go. And then Abizi's doing the same thing. Woo! Hold on a fucking minute. Wait, Mercules is a fucking... What the fuck have I just seen? I like this. I think this is fine. But holy fuck. Woo! Okay, Mercules. Honestly... If Mercules didn't bail him out there, I mean, FaZe played alright. Damn. That's a huge kill.
Make it messy for the reinforcements to come in, but the reinforcements going to get
Oh! Wait, if Abe gets that killed, oh my god, they shut this shit down.
make it messy.
Oh my god, chat. Imagine, chat. Imagine if they trade this guy.
To come in, but the reinforcements going
Oh, that's so fucking unlucky, bro. I hate this shit, chat. I hate this shit. This is why you need to slide cancel everything, because you can accidentally pop glitch people, and it fucking pisses me off. Because if you slide towards a head glitch and you go peekaboo, I'm not killing your bitch ass. I promise you. I ain't doing it.
Are they? They are. Hook's able to turn that into two. Dashy gets one off spawn, and suddenly you've got rock control. This is the best hard point for FaZe through the first set. Now Texas in
All right.
control, and
Okay.
And it's just a multi-kill, and then you have Dashy locked in downtown.
Okay.
If he doesn't
This is a good route. This is a vetty route from Draws. Remember, the first guy, chat. What is the fucking rule? Tell me, chat. What is the fucking rule? What is the rule when it comes to breaking? You slide then jump right away. It makes weird animation in this game. Yeah, that's what slide canceling is. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Even to your point, yeah. Jackie Wacky. Hey, everyone in my chat, welcome Jackie fucking for Wacky. The guy, Jackie's been paying attention. Welcome, Jackie. Welcome. Wait, hold on. Let me show you this fucking meme. Let me show you the meme. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Jackie. Jackie, this is us. Welcome. Welcome, Jackie. Good fucking answer, Jack. I had a different one. Hold on. Wait, where's the... Hold on, where's the dumb one? Anyway, that's you, Jackie. Just picture it. Ah, you good, bro. You good? Yeah. Taking the first route. Draws, because he has the timing to take the first route. Chat. Chat, if you... I'm telling you, Ranked is breaking simulator. No team in Ranked is holding a setup. I promise you, right? Until you get to Iridescent. Even then, they're faded. The way you're going to win your Ranked games is by breaking. And if you are the first guy, I need you taking a route for the sake of success. That's it.
FaZe, a team that just will not go away, and while he's
Oh my god, Draws is good.
he's able to find a double pistol in hand. Close spawns here for FaZe. The reinforcements flooding.
The nuke!
Another double. Shotzzy, Mercury's trying to get there to
Look at how they chow.
much better job here at P4 for OpTic.
First guy inner. Opens up a timing outer.
separating these squads.
Look at how they take inner, Charles. Inner first, then outer. Inner, then outer. Take inner, Charles first. Opens up a timing outer, chat.
Chewing up the time. Will be OpTic Texas. Now let's get ready for our third set. What 25-point lead.
I swear to God, chat.
is absolutely
If you ain't picking up what I'm putting down, I'm gonna get the fuck out.
stretch. Leading on one side is a BZ, the other is Hoop. See which superstar is going to have the brightest moment. Who shines the brightest late?
Good pickup from Jaws. Good pickup.
From one of the number ones. I think it was Celium to know where Hook's
Wait, do I think a BZ and Shotzi is a better sub duo than Shotzi and Simp? Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
position is, just to read those spawns.
I've been trying
Personally.
To look at the minimap.
Yeah, we got a lot of number ones, couple of number fives. One day, Codcaster is going to work.
One day, we'll get there. But get
Yeah, I like the first duo better.
Is OpTic Texas closer to putting this map one away? And again, with FaZe being Team A and taking and picking
All right.
map one, what a big steal this
Okay,
is for
playing
OpTic.
quick.
If they
Wait, hold on, let me reset. What the hell just happened? I blacked out. Chat, I'm not gonna lie, I blacked out.
rotation for now, but this is some great time. OpTic Texas
It's hard to say. It's never, to be honest with you, you never really want to put the blame on one player. It's a team game. You win as a team, you lose as a team. Everyone contributes in some way to scamming or a misplay or a miscomp. You don't blame one person.
deep boathouse and trying to transition across. I mean, one of the number ones from FaZe.
All right, okay.
Helps out, though.
Yeah, then across.
Nobody towards the front, but OpTic
No
has
map progression
this
spawn.
And this has been a key for FaZe. That's out though, right? So they know
On the top of a
they can
teammate.
use the front, but
Time is white.
offensive spawn, and this has been a key for FaZe. I think they want to have a cleaner P2. They've had a couple of chances. Some,
Are they gonna spawn?
situations that haven't given them their early
Wait, why? Oh yeah, the skull shit. Oh my god, the skull shit pisses me off.
situations that haven't given them their early setups, but this time you have everybody in. Now you have to
Okay, he's gonna be like, yo, both sides, both sides, both sides.
all the way out. Are you gonna read this? Not gonna happen. The split this time going to help out OpTic. You're staying disciplined. It's Mercury.
Wait, why did they not pick that up?
This split's a tough one. Draws are gonna spawn.
Oh, Abe. Oh, you beautiful bastard. Why'd you give that up, you fucking beautiful, fucking talented bastard? And you gave that up?
All the way out.
That's so unfortunate, dude. I mean, he would have died anyway, but... I mean, if he called out instantly and he did something like this, you know what I mean? He would have died anyway, but like, maybe he got one, maybe. Damn, that's unlucky, dude.
Are you gonna read this? Not gonna happen. The split this time going to help out OpTic. You're staying disciplined. It's Mercury. Time you have everybody in. Now you have.
Yeah, I mean, there is, to be fair, there's a timing where he, like, kind of slides here, but, like, he could probably get one max. Maybe. But, like, I don't know. That didn't make a huge play. Like, maybe if he got someone weak
All the way out.
and they take a chow.
This not gonna happen. The split this time going to help out OpTic. You're staying disciplined. It's Mercury.
Good break.
Then it's gonna be a 3 dead.
And that timing on the minimap looked disgusting for whichever number one it was. Right as they
Bro, chat. Is it not fucking insane that this shit doesn't work, by the way? Is it not bad just sitting side door waiting to get cameraed? Is that not bad just sitting side door waiting to get cameraed? Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, like that?
The split's a tough one. Draws are gonna spawn all the way out. Are you gonna read this? Not gonna happen. The split this time going to help out OpTic. You're staying disciplined.
It's not necessarily bad. It's not necessarily bad. The reason why it's not bad is because he has an SMG. He has an SMG. He has an SMG here, so I don't really mind because even if you get cameraed up close, sure, if Mercury's had an SMG, he might be dead, but like he has an SMG, so I don't think it's too bad. He doesn't really. I just think the fact that he gave up the chase. So I get why he gave up the chase. I get it. I get it because, trust me, like I get why Simp did it. Because this guy's one shot. He is not expecting Merc to reach out like this. I promise you. This shit is a fucking Crimson ranked reach out that I've played in. Not saying Merc's Crimson or whatever. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like the instant reach out is the type of shit you see players in like Crimson do. So he's probably thinking, the fuck? He's probably thinking, the fuck you reach out in this for, Mason? Right? But low key, this is low key. He's got numbers here, big boy. He's got, they said a 3 versus fucking 2 here, chat. So he's like, yo, I'm banging this shit. That's what I'm saying, soggy sausage. This right here is the boy trusting the flow. He's got numbers. This guy's trying to die. Because even if he dies to Simp and he gets him one shot, bro, they're 2v1 in this guy. And then they're turning around. He doesn't care that he's died. So this right here, this is a good fucking play. This is selfless. But that's why Simp is thinking that though. Because he's like, the fuck you doing rechalling me for, big boy? And then he's gonna turn around and help fucking the 2 people front come. And they're just trying to get a side. So right here, you want to try and just get a side and like, okay, if he pushes up side door, push up the back, it's fine. You still have hill control. Yeah, probably. Yo, Texas burner. Hey, yo, wait, Texas burner. Wait, hold on. Go fuck yourself. Texas burner, go fuck yourself. How about that, Texas burner? How about that, Texas burner? I know what you said. Chat. Tell Texas burner he ain't welcome around here. Tell him. Do I need to find that meme again? Hey, Texas burner. Welcome, big dog. Welcome. Fucking welcome, big dog. No, he didn't say shit. I'm trolling. I'm trolling. Hey, he didn't say shit. I'm only trolling him. I'm only trolling him so we can do this. So everyone in the chat, put your fucking arm on my boy. This is the fucking Texas burner right here. This is us. But think about like the fucking the dumb one, the dumb meme, the one with the fucking the autistic one. I don't know what the fuck it's called. There's like a meme where it's like, wait, burner, I'm trolling your bitch ass. Nah, I'm only trolling burner. You ain't done nothing.
And right as they gave it up, the push came in. We'll see if a team can
All right,
really
what's going on here?
Texas with just under
Oh, what does it say on the whiteboard? It says, be relentless. You need to be all in to win. We need to innovate, learn how to think. Winning is the ultimate gamble in yourself. Yeah, that's it, really. Yeah, I love you too, brother. I fucking love you. I fucking love you.
OpTic Texas getting so
OpTic Texas burner. But is he following the stream, though?
tail into it, though.
But the burner's not following the stream. So, chat, how much of the burner do we like? I don't know. I prefer IEMs. I'm moving home in less than a week, so that's why I'm using this. Like, I prefer IEMs and an actual, like, actual... Whoa! Whoa! Wait, oh! Hold a minute! Oh! Ho, ho. Wait, I fucking love this guy! Wait, hold on! Hold on! Hold on! Wait, hold on! Hold on, chat! Wait, this is... Wait, I don't know... Wait, hold on. I fucking love you, OpTic Texas burner, man. But... Let me find a meme, though. I don't have a good meme. Wait. Wait, he's gifted a sub to Tyler Fellow? Wait, Tyler, you're a fucking snake. Hey, Tyler, I know you're listening. You're a fucking snake, Tifo. Yeah, listen to me, Tyler. Fucking listen to me, Tifo. Fucking snake, Tyler. But thank you so much, Texas Burner. You're a fucking god. Thank you so much, brother. Means a lot.
So again, gonna be what, about 10 to 15 points between the teams.
Fucking W in the chat.
Just bestie at P2. I think
Absolute legend. Thank you so much.
we've had these later breaks for phase to
Yeah, hydrate.
right onto the OpTic setups. But it's going to be OpTic again at P3 fences. Hooped. He's already top halls, just finding so
Oh
much
yeah. Oh
information,
yeah.
dealing with this first push by himself.
Yeah, you mean you're
Same again, P3 rotation.
where the push really mounts for phase.
Top halls.
That's crazy, by the way. Tyler's never in my chat anymore, bro. Tyler, this guy Tyler Fellow, he said, nah, we just strictly teammates. He said, you know what, Big J, go fuck yourself. I was the one recording when Ace was doing the smelling salts video. Oh yeah, when that guy passed out. Oh my god. Okay, wait, chat, hold on. So at Major 4, or whatever the fuck it was, I think it was Major 4. Ace and then the burner was going around doing the smelling salts, like the fucking the powerlifting shit, right? The crazy shit. Let me show you what it was actually. It was like this shit, dude. Like this shit is what we did, right? This shit can kill you, right? So they made us do that, bearing in mind. For Crim's ritual, for Crim 6's ritual, right? Before every match, Crim 6 is going to do one of them. Before every match, because it gets him warmed up, right? It gets him like fucking in the zone. So I already knew how strong this shit was. That shit can make you pass out. That shit can actually hurt your fucking lungs and shit. If you do, like, if you're up close. Bro, we got this one guy who had no fucking idea what it was. He put that shit right up to his nose, took a big fucking inhale. He passed the fuck out straight on the floor. He's on the floor. He didn't pass out, but like he's like on the fucking floor. He was so drunk. He took a deep fucking breath and he was on the floor for 10 minutes crying. And we were telling him, do not do this, bro. Don't do this. Don't fucking do this. What did he do? I got this. I can do this. I can do this. Blah, 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 blah. Right? He takes a big fucking sniff. He's on the fucking floor. I look to my right. This motherfucker's on the floor. He's crying. Crying.
Yeah, you mean you're gonna have
Insane.
to stop this before the push really mounts for phase. Hercules, though, dealing with it on one side. The try
Oh my god.
second, 15 now, needed for the win. Abizi is weak in silence. Selim is cut down.
There we go.
Just 10 now to go. The next phase push.
See, chat, this is what I'm saying, chat. Chat, this is what I'm saying. Like, you're the first guy. You get some kills. Trust your guys in the flow behind. And you take your free fucking life. Spawn them a bit deep. Cut them. Boom. Kill box. Suffocate them. Make it feel like you're everywhere. Easy peasy.
Just 10 now to
This is a fucking kill box right here. See that? Slightly deeper.
incoming. Looking for the openings. They're not finding them. It's Hercules. It's Hoop holding the line. Phase in trouble. OpTic locking it down. OpTic.
Nice, man. Come on, Mercules.
Map 1 win on Hacienda.
Hey, chat.